Hey everyone, it's Grimac427.
And SickGamer6485.
Welcome back to No Dice Guys. This is our new show, the Console Corner, and we are here to review Mortal Kombat 10. So, what do you think we should talk about as far as the game goes?
Well, obviously, the first thing talked about with this game is it's a fighting game. Big thing with that is you always want to face your friends, or in this case, family members.
Yes.
In Mortal Kombat. So with that, the versus mode we tried. Obviously, we played through every single mode. There is, I believe, I think it's 24 characters available right now.
Yeah.
One of them being story mode, the other one being Goro, which you can either, if you pre-ordered it, you got him for free, or you could buy him on the PC, Xbox One, and PS4 store. So pretty much with that, we did our couple rounds back and forth. And honestly, out of all the ones, I've been playing them since Mortal Kombat 1 back in the arcade. And obviously, they evolve as you go along. But this one definitely took the cake as far as fighting styles. It gives characters 3 variations. It's fast-paced. It's a beautiful-looking game. The soundtrack, like I mentioned before, very iconic. There are songs in there that make you want to fight. It fits
I agree.
The atmosphere. So, what did you think as far as the other modes besides versus, like the tower mode?
The tower. Well, honestly, my favorite thing about the tower is it really brings you back to like the first game, because ultimately, I mean, that's what you did. You picked a tower. You climbed up. And you fought the big guy at the end, So that's something I'm really happy they kept in the game. It really made you feel, I don't know, at home, I guess, was the easiest way to describe it.
Yeah.
One thing I really have to say is the variations that he was talking about, how the characters have 3 different variations. It's literally 3 completely different combat styles, which I think is ridiculously awesome. I mean, some of them even get a pretty substantial different appearance for every variation, which is also cool. I mean, was it like Takeda's got, which is, he's got the whips.
Yep, the sword.
The swords.
And the other one's just
it's another variation.
It's
of
a
the
combat.
whips,
It's just combat. There's no whips.
Yeah.
It's just like hand to hand.
Yeah. It's Shirai Ryu training pretty much.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, the game itself is just so much fun. Like you said, it's fast-paced. I mean, I'm comfortable playing it. It didn't take me that long to really get into it. And as of lately, I haven't played any fighting games. So that's saying a lot, I suppose. I could just pick it up. I played it. I got used to it. I looked at every character's move list, went from there, just picked whatever one I thought looked cool. As far as versus goes, the first mode I tried was King of the Hill. Which is with we had like 5 other people or something like that.
Yep, we had 5 other people.
Which was so much fun. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory. King of the Hill, whoever wins stays on top. Everybody gets a chance at the guy who's on top. Whoever wins, King of the Hill. And it was pretty even throughout the whole game. We had one person in there, another person in, another person on top. It was, there was nobody was there too long.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, the story's great, especially for, a fighting game.
Yeah.
The story was a lot of fun. Both of us have actually completed the whole story, and I'm not going to lie, I had trouble going to sleep that night just because I wanted to continue progressing through the story, and I think I had work like 2 hours later by the time I stopped playing.
That's how I was.
Gives you an idea. Was there anything else
discuss? Back on the story mode. If anyone has played Mortal Kombat 9, which is also dubbed Mortal Kombat, this takes place right after 9 does. After Shao Kahn invaded Earth. If you played 9, you know what happens. And also, if you didn't, we're not going to give any spoilers, but it takes place after, Shao Kahn's fight. Gives you a nice little flashback for those who haven't finished 9 or played story mode for 9. Gives you bring up to present and a lot of the other characters. Also, it helps you get more history, like Takeda and like Shujin, is that his name? The archer?
Oh,
He's a newer character. But pretty much the story mode was good. 4 hours long. If you include the last fight, it takes a while. So maybe that's another half hour on top of that. Another good thing with this game is there are 4 extra characters coming out later on. DLC, which if you got the collector's edition or GameStop has a limited edition, it comes with the combat pack, which is essentially a season pass. You get Jason Voorhees, Tanya, Tremor, and the one I'm excited for, Predator. Being a big Alien and Predator fan, which most people are, it's pretty exciting to actually play as a Predator in a fighting game.
I agree.
So this is going to bring a whole other element to the game. Pretty much like a reptile clone, in my opinion. You'll be able to cloak himself, so that would be pretty fun. Also another big thing with this is you play Mortal Kombat, the first thing you want to know is about his fatalities. Game, whole other level of fatalities, whole other level of blood level. The X-rays are way more intense than they were in 9 when those were introduced, which everyone was like, wow, those are crazy. This game, just a whole other level. So, and then also they brought back brutalities, which if for a lot of our veterans, you probably remember brutalities in Trilogy, which was like hitting a bunch of buttons and it was a crazy combo, then they exploded. A little bit more simplistic. There are some rules to doing them, but they're a lot easier to pull off. Anyone can pick it up and do it. Like new people who have played the game always are wary of fighting games. Like, oh, now I got to do this. It's not that hard. It's really easy to pick up and play. I have a few other friends that they don't play video games that often, and they love it. They love that game. They love it a lot. The graphics are amazing. The gameplay was easy to pick up and play. Like my brother stated here, he really doesn't play fighting games that often. So for him to pick it up and really do some damage, because Takeda's the one you're using a lot now. He was
and Kenshi
dropping people pretty good. And everyone has their moves that are going to be cheap or be unfair. But everyone can counter anybody. You can counter a teleporter. You can counter Takeda. You can counter Ermac, Scorpion, all of them. Even Goro, who's, again, you can play as him. You can counter anybody. They make it fair. You're going to have those guys that are really good, but it's going to happen. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, as far as the DLC goes, are you saying how he was excited about the Predator? I am, and I'm willing to bet a lot of other people are as well, very excited to play as Jason Voorhees. Just for the simple fact that he is going to be in a damn video game.
Besides a Nintendo one.
Yeah, besides the Nintendo one. He is going to be in a fighting game, which I personally have always wanted to see him in.
Yeah.
In a way.
Especially with 9, where Freddy was in it.
Such a brutal character. And he's in a perfect game. He really is. What better game for a crazy killer to be in? I shouldn't even call him crazy. He's pretty calm.
He's tame, as long as you're not doing things that you shouldn't be doing.
As long as you keep him away from the Poland Springs, we're good.
Poland Springs.
No,
or people in sleeping bags.
Yeah, sleeping bags.
I really hope that's a move. You hear me? That better be a move.
That really needs to be a move.
Sleeping bag. Tree. Needs to be a move.
Also, as far as the DLC goes, the Combat Pass also comes with the Samurai
skin
costume.
pack.
Yeah. And that's another reason why I got into playing as Kenshi. He has a really cool alternate costume called Ronin, which really brings you...
It fits it pretty well.
Yeah, I agree. It kind of brings me back to the Onimusha days. I'm not sure if... hopefully some of you have played it. It was on PlayStation 2?
PS2 and Xbox
PS2
original.
and Xbox, Onimusha Warlords, and I swear it looks like... I'm not going to say, it was ripped out of that game because it was all samurais. But the fact of the matter is that was the first thing I thought of, and that's awesome. So, that being said, the DLC is definitely, I think, I'm not going to say a must-have, but
definitely
I
is
would
a good...
recommend it.
If you're going to play this game for a while, especially when everyone comes with skins.
Yeah.
And when the Predator comes out, Jax will look like Dylan.
Yeah.
From the movie Predator, which... is going to be hilarious because I'd really wish they put Arnold in it, and a lot of my friends can vouch for this. One of the best lines in that movie, which, unless we don't really want to say it, but it involves Arnold Schwarzenegger and the guy who plays as Dylan, and it's hysterical. So, that's Mortal Kombat in a nutshell. It's a quick little review we wanted to do. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to it. I hope if this helped you out, guys, if you wanted to pick it up, I would recommend it for new people and veterans of video games, whether you play fighting games, sports games, driving games, anything. So I mean, if you haven't gotten it yet, go pick it up. You could probably still find some of the limited editions that come with the Combat Pass.
Yeah.
So that it definitely helps you, like, again, with the characters coming out. So I mean, is there anything else you wanted to really add to it? I mean, we did the story mode. There was the test your luck, test your strength. That's back.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the actual game goes, I'm sure you all want a rating for it. You know, we played it. We've actually played it probably way too much in the past week.
Not enough.
But if I was going to give it a rating from 1 to 10, I'd have to give it a 10. I mean, the game it's such a good game. It really is. And I don't want to say I'm not a fan of fighting games, but as I said earlier, I don't play them that much. And this game I really thoroughly enjoy. The character design is great. It's a very smooth game. You know, everything flows together. There's not really any lag, I guess would be the easiest way to describe it. You know, nothing gets stuck. Fluid. Everything goes with each other. The game itself is just so much fun. You can play it with anybody. You know, if hopefully, you know, some of you have Xbox One, you could play with us. You know, leave your gamer tag in the comments below.
We'll gladly add you and we'll face you.
We'll have you in. Maybe you'll be in one of our videos sometime.
Because we will be doing some Let's Plays.
Yes.
This will be one of them. Battlefield will be another one. Another video which we'll be discussing on with our other friends later on will be a game announced today called Battlefront, which I'm sure most of you know what that is. So, and that's that's our review.
Stay tuned for that, and we'll see you soon.
Game on, bitches.